Hello there everybody, this is Ramen and we are back with Super Mario Bros. 3. This is the 7th episode. We're going to kick things off with the 7th level of the 6th world, and this level contains a secret. Now the secret is you have to get 78 coins in this level. It's a little bit difficult. I mean, if you want to make the beginning easier, you can get yourself a flying power-up, but in order to get the secret, you're going to need yourself a fire flower towards the end. And if you're in need of a power-up, the fire flower is right here. You can get that, and the rest of the level, you have to make sure you hold that fire flower. Now, it can be a little bit difficult, but you're going to have to time your jumps and make sure you stay to the right of the screen once the screen starts scrolling up and to the right, because it doesn't give you too much time to get that last donut jump and those coins that are under there. Now you're gonna need the fire flower for this reason, and that's to melt these ice blocks so you can get the coins. Without these coins right here, you will not get the 78 coins that are required for you to get the secret. Now you kind of have to go through a lot of trouble to get this secret, and in my opinion it's actually not worth it, but I will show you what you get. Alright, and here we are. We unlock a white mushroom house, and inside of that white mushroom house we will be getting an anchor. Okay, so that'll help you out if you need it. Okay, so now I'm going to introduce you to the Hammer Bros suit, and he's actually quite useful in this castle right here. Now the ability of the Hammer Bros suit is his hammers that he can throw, and his hammers can pretty much take out anything. He can take out these thwomps, he can take out boos, and pretty much anything else. And you know, the Hammer Bros suit actually comes in quite handy in this castle, just because everything is made of ice and there's a lot of thwomps and boos, so it'll help you out to just going ahead and take all those things out instead of having to deal with them. I mean, the hammers are kind of hard to land sometimes, just because instead of flying straight forward like the fire flower, they actually fly up. Okay, so you gotta kind of get your timing right on when to throw them or how high to throw them. Alright, now this is actually pretty random right here. A random grass level in the ice world. I never quite understood that, but oh well. Pretty fun little level. Now coming up here, there's going to be a hidden 1-up above the right side of this H right here. So if you're in need of an extra life, you can go on ahead and get that. Now I wanted to clear something up. You'll see me skip a lot of coin blocks, like I won't hit you know, certain coin blocks or whatnot, or stop to get a 1-up. Mostly just because I'm trying to save myself some time. I mean, unless it's very important, then I'll stop, like you saw me earlier do with that 1-up. But a lot of the coin blocks actually just contain coins, and I'm not really worried about coinage. So, alright, on to this level. This level, for the most part, is water if you stick to the bottom path, but if you stick to the top path like I'm doing right here, you'll save yourself mostly time. There isn't anything too important down there. It's actually quite annoying to get through all that. It's not worth wasting a frog suit either, if you can stick up to the top. Now this is a little tip right here. You can get that P-switch right there, and you'll turn these chompy things into coins, and you can get over here to the exit quite fast. So if you follow that path that I did, it'll make this level a lot quicker. A lot less of a headache if you don't like water levels like I do. Okay. Now there is a secret hammer bro here. You're gonna need to stop a fire flower. I'll show you where the power-ups are. You can get one right here. And then once you get past this little wall of blocks, there's another one, which I'll show. And we're going to want to be careful for that douche throwing those blocks over there. Alright. Now, as you see below me, there are frozen coin blocks, and below those are frozen chompy things. You're going to want to hit these two chompy things will unfreeze them, and as you saw, there's a tube under there. Hit this block right here, fly up, and there's going to be a P-switch. Now when you hit this P-switch, it's going to turn those chompy things that were frozen into coins, which will let you go down that tube right there. I'll make sure you get through this pretty quick because it actually doesn't last very long. As you saw, I barely made it. And then you'll come down here and another Hammer Bro suit, which he actually comes in pretty handy for the last castle before the airship. And you understand why. Okay. So, I'm kind of glad we're nearing the end of this world. This world has been a thorn in my side. Okay. Gonna say see you later to that Koopa. Complete it. Now this castle coming up can be a little bit difficult just because they decide to throw a bunch of shit at you. Like you have these treadmills right here, you have a lot of boos, and then there'll be some traps that'll involve with thwomps. And just like in the other castle, you can save yourself some time by just destroying all these things and, you know, keeping your pace along the level. Now coming up right here, this little jump is quite difficult. You're gonna have to time it just right or take out that boo that was on the other side. Make sure you drop straight down after you go through that door too, because if you move to the left or right, you're gonna end up getting hit by one of these boos. It's a pretty big troll little trap here. Okay, our last fight with Boom Boom, and then we're going to be completing this level. Now, in the last episode, I talked a little bit about game design. I wanted to touch on something that got me thinking while I've been playing through this game again, and that's how different game design is as far as difficulty and how long a game lasts. I mean, for the most part, a lot of single-player games nowadays last, 10, 11 hours on average, I think. I could be wrong, but that's how long it usually takes me to get through newer games nowadays. And I mean, the thing about it is like, games are that long, but during the game, you're getting your hand held a lot. You'll be getting spammed with messages like, oh, do this, do that, make this jump or something like that. They make everything obvious, and you're not having to really figure stuff out on your own. And a lot of games, like in the NES era and Super Nintendo era, a game kind of lasted a little bit longer just due to the fact of, you were having to figure stuff out. Your hand wasn't getting held. So sometimes it would take you hours, days, sometimes weeks to figure something out. And then on top of that, you would have to execute it perfectly. Because, you didn't have, a lot of NES games didn't have save features. And so pretty much, if you screwed up, you lost all your lives or your continues, and you were stuck beginning all the way from the start of a game. And I mean, a lot of games nowadays last a lot longer, not due to their difficulty, but mostly due to, achievements, which is cool, multiplayer, and, horde modes and whatnot. But for the most part, a lot of games back then, you felt really accomplished than you do now. Alright, touching on something else. The king of this castle was apparently a Mexican teddy bear. Pretty random. And we're going to be moving on to the 7th world, right here. And pretty much the, I always call this world Pipe World, because it's full of pipes, obviously. But for the most part, the theme of it is going to be, well, pipes, piranha plants, and douchebaggery. As far as power-ups go, you're going to be using a lot of different power-ups. You got to make sure that you have a lot of different things, you know, like not one power-up is going to dominate this level, like as you know, as compared to some of the other ones. For this level, you're going to want to make sure you have a fire flower, so it'll make things a lot easier since you can take out the piranha plants that will be coming up and these Koopas. Okay, so actually going back a little bit to what I was talking about before I got into the Mexican teddy bear thing. So, you know, it's just quite interesting how game design changes and how, you know, the graphics evolve and stuff like that. But, you know, that sense of accomplishment isn't as strong to me nowadays than it is, well, than it was when I was a kid. I mean, not to say there isn't difficult games that take you a lot of time to figure out, because there are some, but, you know, for the most part, there aren't. Okay, so finished with the first level, and we are going to be coming up to a secret in the second level, and you're going to need to equip yourself with a frog suit. Without the frog suit, you're going to be unable to do this secret here. Now, you're going to want to go down this tube that's coming up right here. When you go down, make sure you do not break any of those blocks, because they are vital. Now, when you come up to these coins right here, make sure not to hit the P-switch, because you're going to need these coins right here. Okay, after you get the last coin, hit the P-switch and swim as fast as you possibly can back to these coins. Collect every coin. You have to be very fast. Without the frog suit, you won't be able to swim fast enough to get all those coins. That's why the frog suit is useful. Okay, you're going to come up this tube and make sure that there's invisible music blocks. You make sure you hit those. You have to build yourself a bridge. As you see, there's a big gap. You won't be able to make it past that gap when you go back up without doing that. Okay. Now, for getting all these coins, the reward you're going to be getting is yet another P-switch, not a P-switch, a P-wing. I actually had no idea there were so many P-wings in this game. It's pretty surprising. I mean, they give you so many P-switches that you could probably skip every single level in the last world just by using the P-switch and flying through everything. But, like I said, we are not going to be doing that, since we're going to complete every single level in this game. Alright. So there goes our P-switch, and we are going to go on ahead and end it right here. And we are going to pick it up in the next episode, which is episode 8, and finish off the 7th world and continue on. So this is Ramen signing out.